First, I want us to all take a moment, and I want you to think about your favorite childhood memory. One of mine was swinging on a big swing in my front yard in the summertime. Now, I want you to think about how different your childhood would have been if you would have had technology like cell phones, iPads, or laptops. I have a dream that one day we will look up from our technology and interact with the people and the world around us. After reading numerous articles, books, and doing some self-reflection, I think that technology has affected our society in three main ways. Technology has had an impact on our social skills, our level of activity, and our intellectual ability. First, let's look at the effect that technology has had on our social skills. It's important for us to interact face-to-face in order to develop basic social cues and rules of interaction. In a time where cyberbullying and internet anonymity have become extremely prevalent, it is important for us to interact on a human level to develop beneficial and healthy relationships. A New York Times article said that surfing and twittering have come to preclude our talking with one another to gain a sense of social connectedness to the real world. It's also important for us to interact with one another to develop a community of support. Although technology can give us additional ways to interact with those that we are close to, the strongest and closest relationships that we have with our friends are people that we interact with face-to-face rather than exclusively online. Second, technology has had an effect on our level of activity. Growing up, it was less of an option for us to spend time on technology because we had less variety. But now adults and children alike have a plethora of devices that they can spend time on rather than going outside and experiencing the real world. A New York Times article about a man named Stephen Talbot demonstrated the amount of time that professionals spend on a computer when it said that it was his goal to spend 50% of his workday on a computer, meaning that if he's working an average amount of hours, he's spending 4 hours a day on his computer, and that's if he meets his goal. Considering the vast array of health benefits of being active, it's important that we make time for activities. Third and finally, technology has had an impact on our intellectual ability. In an age where let's just Google it has come to be a more common answer than an actual answer to a question, it's important that we use technology as a tool rather than a necessity. I'm guilty of this too, but I think that it's important for us to try and recall basic level facts to remain savvy, self-reliant individuals. Simon said in her article that we don't have to recall things like anniversaries or birthdays because we have technology to do that for us. Now, I'm not saying that you need to whip out a roadmap every time you get behind the wheel of a car, but I am saying that it's important to try and recall information before you immediately seek the internet. In conclusion, technology has had an effect on our social skills, level of activity, and intellectual ability. Therefore, I have a dream that one day we will look up from our technology and interact with the people in the world around us. Archibald Hart summed up my thoughts on the subject in his book when he said, "Our modern digital age can be a very good one if we can but know what to do with it." Thank you.